Yeah, hi. My name is Calvin, and aka the Book of K.
Okay, cut. I'm sorry. That was good. That was very good. It was good. I liked it, but it just feels like I don't know. There's something missing. Let's take it from the top again.
Okay. Hi, my name is. Oh damn, the shower is telling me about the shower. It's busy. It's busy telling me about the shower.
Okay, I need energy. I want you to sound like you're happy to be here. When you're slate, I want you to do it with so much confidence. Come, forget about your problems. You're here now. You want this opportunity, right? Now, come on, let's do it. Let's go.
Hi, my name is Calvin, aka the Book of K, the Book of Greatness, the book with a lot of missing pages, the book with a lot of grammatical errors, but at the end of the day, it's a great book.
Good. Well done.
Bro, you just
Now that's
reminded
a
me of
slate.
shit,
Well,
bro.
one beautiful people. My name is
Crazy
Christian
stuff.
M, and I am your host with the most. Welcome to Healing and Humor.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, it just reminded me of auditions, but
Auditions.
yeah, you know,
Uh-huh.
it's the same energy that you get when you get there. Because I think usually when you walk in on a,
Yep.
and you see the faces of, you know, when the time you walk in the room, your energy's down.
True.
You've threatened yourself.
Yeah.
You're allowed to look at yourself to look at the people.
The other
there.
people that are there.
Yeah, man, and yeah, it just threw me back to that.
How do you
Crazy
deal with
stuff.
that, dog? When you get there? Hey guys, he's an actor, by the way. So you see,
He's an actor too.
Yeah, he deals with these things. He goes to auditions. Then sometimes he sees popular faces and is a bit intimidated.
Both
Me too.
actors.
Both. Yeah. How do you, for you, how do you deal with that?
I think these days, you know what I do? I get there, first of all, before I even go, I just tell myself, like, hey man, I'm what I have, what I practiced, what I rehearsed when I was getting ready, you know, my practice for the performance or the audition or whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's proper enough, it's good enough, and I did my best.
Yeah.
That's one thing that I go there with in my mind. And then secondly, when I get there, if there's 4 or 5 people, whatever number in front of me, I'm not locking. I'm greeting, and I'm sitting here. If I'm putting my earphones, I'm putting my earphones. If I'm going on my phone, I'm going on my phone.
Yeah.
I am not focusing on who's there, what's happening, whatnot. I'm not until I'm done, and then I can dep up people and speak and whatever.
I don't know if you've had this experience, Nick,
Yeah.
but every time, sometimes when I go there,
Yeah.
there's usually 2 or 3 guys having a conversation
That's the
that
thing.
that has to do with failure and that no,
Every
this
time.
guy's gonna get the job, we're not gonna
Every
get the
time.
job. How do you deal with that, dog? I feel like that's also something that just, it sets you off, whether you
Some
like
of
it
those
or not.
conversations usually, and you get to speak to people that tell you like, be here. I know these things. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
true.
And you go, damn. Like I always try to avoid listen. That's why I say sometimes I put my earphones.
Yeah.
Or sometimes I just make sure I stand up or I act like I'm doing something, but I'm avoiding to just rock in. Because I remember the couple times when I locked in those conversations, and it just ruined my energy.
Yeah,
before I went
it
in.
destroys you.
Yeah, it destroys you because as much as part of you could be like, yeah, these guys, you know, they're just talking from their perspective. But, you know, sometimes as much as we humans are emotional beings, as much as we can use logic or whatever, we're emotional beings. So things that are said, as much as you're strong emotionally, they can hit you somehow.
Yeah,
again.
true.
They can affect you to some extent. So what do you do usually?
Hey man, I don't know, dog. I don't know, dog. Hey, dog. Hey, I think in a very weird way.
Yeah.
When I go there, I'm like, I just remind myself that I know whose I am.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you walk into that room, dog, you know,
like
you're not
a
walking
statement,
alone,
so,
dog. You know, you're walking with people behind you.
True.
Yeah, you're walking with angels, dog. You're walking
Yeah.
with God. And what's meant to be will be.
It will be yours.
Yeah, but I want to know, most importantly, what keeps you going? Because, dude, let's be honest,
Yeah,
it's
it's
quite a harsh industry, dog. And at times, you know, you feel like giving up.
Yeah.
And at times you feel like it's not really
True.
It's not yours, or it's not,
Very
you know,
lot.
something that you're meant to be doing.
lot.
How do you deal with that?
I think I like that you mentioned with you walking with God and stuff.
Yeah.
I think number one is faith.
Yeah.
Just the faith and the belief that no man, eventually something is coming up, you know.
Yeah.
And that's number one, faith. And number two is this is gonna sound funny, but it's pride.
Okay.
Number two is pride because I think there's a certain element of pride in me or in people usually, that's necessary. Because for me, the level of pride that I'm talking about is the thing of like, I'm not going back home and say I've given up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm not,
pressure.
yeah, I am
Yeah.
not throwing everything down and say, okay, I'm done. Like, I've tried it. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So that element of pride in me just keeps me going as well. And secondly, I think it comes back to faith. The need for me to just make my mother proud, man, and just
Yeah.
give my siblings like a better experience of life. As much as they have it better, obviously, than me. But I'm saying, like, I need them to not, when they get to the age that I'm in, because I'm the firstborn,
Okay.
I don't want them to have the problems that I have. Just some problems that I have, I'm like, fuck, I'm like, sorry, like, these things, like,
Avoidable, man.
yeah, they're avoidable.
they're
like,
avoidable.
you know, and I just want them to know, to be able to just be like, no, let me call Boots.
That's
Let me do
beautiful,
that.
dog.
So those are some of the things that push me. I don't know if you share the same experience with me, because for me, I know you last born, right?
Yeah, man. I
So
was
you-
about to say I can't
yeah,
relate.
last
man.
born,
Like,
so
I
you
can't,
can't relate to that.
I can't relate.
But I'm sure with your mother's side, you.
Let
you wanna
me
make it.
tell you how I relate to what you're saying. I think I'm the rebellious child.
Yeah.
You know, like the black horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm quite tenacious in the way that I do things, dog. Like, yeah, you know, dog. Obviously, when you tell your parents that you want to get into the arts, they're a bit skeptical, dog. Because reality is, it's a tough industry, dog.
Yeah.
But dog, my chat is, I have to do it, dog. If I say I'm gonna do something and I have people that oppose whatever it is that I'm saying,
energy.
dog, it gives me so much
Fuel.
motivation. You know, it
Yeah.
fuels everything, dog. I'm like, okay, cool. You guys think this? I hate the word impossible. Don't tell me. The moment you talk about impossible, dog, I feel like doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see, dog, behind fear lies the greatest things in life.
100%.
Yeah, the moment you tell me that, the moment I feel scared of doing something, the treasure is there.
I think I did.
That's
mention
when I
something
know.
Similar to that
Yep.
when we were talking about something.
Yep.
I was like, somebody said if you never do things that scare you in life,
Yeah.
you're comfortable.
You
and
don't
you're
grow.
Probably, yeah, you're not gonna grow.
You don't grow.
You're gonna stay in the same position. Oh, I hear
Talking
you
about
100%.
comfortability, someone said that the more time you spend in your uncomfortability is the more area grows in your comfortability.
Yeah.
So you just
Yeah.
try very much to be uncomfortable. Stretch yourself. Don't be too comfortable. Just you know, try and realize that, you know, potential, that try and align with purpose.
And find
yeah,
other things to do.
it's very important, dog. And I feel like, you know, our generation, man, hey,
Yeah.
yeah, dog, I feel
We're a
like, you know,
comfortable generation.
we're becoming very comfortable, dog. I don't know,
Yeah.
I don't know what's, you know, influencing that.
I don't know because I think I don't know what to say is caused that exactly, but I think we're in a space where working for things. Okay, that might be not correctly because we're in a space where people following their dreams more.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at
yeah,
the same
yeah.
time, hard work is no longer a thing.
True.
You get me? In a space where we are,
Yeah.
hard work is no longer a thing.
Yeah.
We're in a fast world. Like things are moving fast. Everything is happening fast. So sometimes when we leave home and get in the world, we just expect things to be as fast as they've always been for us in our comfort zone. And we forget that, okay, this is no longer our mother's home. This is no longer our
Yeah.
neighborhoods where you can walk down the street and meet the guy at the corner. He's going to help you with this. You're moving in a new world where everybody is for themselves.
Yeah.
And you have to find your people, you have to find this and that. So it's, I think, yeah, we just not, our young generation, we just not so used to like working hard for things.
True,
and striving
true,
for
true.
things. And eventually you learn. I think every man, every woman,
Yeah.
but every man gets to a point where he just, you know, he learns things in life. He wakes up and goes, oh
Yeah.
damn, I need to put in an extra effort into this, you know.
Do you think the consequences or the judgments of, you know, failure are the same for men and women? When you go home empty-handed,
see what you mean.
and if a girl goes home empty-handed, you know, like how's society going to look at that?
In my opinion, the societal view of a man's failure and a woman's failure are different.
Yeah.
And in those differences, they are unfair to both sides, and also like, you know, fair to. What am I trying to say? They're unfair, but there's unfairness in both sides.
Yeah.
But then a little bit of fairness as well in both
Okay.
sides. Because when you look at it, as a man,
Okay,
if
I'm so sorry, ne? You're still talking about, you're saying that you see the fairness in
I heard babe as well, but yeah.
you had babe, wow. Yeah.
I was saying what I forgot actually.
You're talking about the fairness that you think there's like fairness
okay.
and in both
I think
sides.
I think there's more materialistic expectation for men than women. Societally, I'm not saying women don't want to have those things, but society expects more material
Yeah.
from a man. So
Yeah.
as a man and a woman, if we both go home, let's say my sister was my same age, we both go home and empty-handed. Obviously, our mother's going to expect us, accept us the same. But
Yeah.
society's going to be like, what did he come with?
True.
He's been gone for how long?
Yeah.
He doesn't have anything. How old is he? When is he getting a car? When is he getting a
Yeah.
house? But also, they're probably going to ask my sister, we're not married yet. And it's unfair on her side as well, because like, why is marriage the only thing you're expecting
Yeah.
from me? But also, it's unfair when I look at it, I'm like, why are you only expecting marriage from her? We've been gone the same time. Why are you not asking her if she doesn't have a car or a house or this? And with women, it's with men, sorry, it's a thing of like, with age, we're in an age where people are expecting to start to see things.
Yeah.
To start to see things like, oh, what did he do now?
Yep.
Oh yeah, it's December, he's back home. What does
Yeah.
he have? What did he bring? What did he buy? What's new? What's that? And it's unfair like that. Like I was saying, it's unfair on both sides. To say with women, it's more like sexualization. With us, it feels like it's too much pressure. So yeah, I don't know what you...
I don't know. For me, I think that's where internal self-awareness comes in. You need to know who you are before the world tries to tell you who they think you are. You know, it's so important though, because, dude, we live in a world of social media and people trying to, you know, perceive all these ideas and perceptions onto you. That's the external part of, you know, self-awareness. So, especially in our industry, dog, you know, it's a shaky one, dog. It shakes you. It shakes your identity in the sense of you lose yourself at some point, dog. You know, because it's quite mentally straining, dog. I don't know who I was telling, but I was telling someone that I think we are in a working environment. We are one of the people that live by validation.
Oh yeah.
Every single day of our life, every time we go to an audition, we're seeking validation. Whether we like it or not, we're seeking validation. And that's like a part of, you know, that's a part of human beings that human beings can't function with. And now we get to live that every single day. Like you need to go into that audition room and you need to get that yes.
But I remember, I hear you, and I agree with that actually. I remember watching a video of someone who was speaking of how to help with that.
Okay.
That, like as an actor or performer, you need to get to a point where when you're walking in a room, you're not, and it's hard, I know, it's hard. You're not seeking for them to validate you, like what you said.
Yeah.
And he was actually acknowledging that it's hard for most people, but once you get to that point, you comfortably perform. Because you should walk in there with your version of the character, walk in there with, obviously based on the brief and everything, with what you came up with, and trust that whatever you did is exactly what you are confident
Yeah,
with.
your homework,
And, and you get in there, you do your thing with confidence, with everything, because like you also mentioned, and he also mentioned that video, but I remember you said it at some point when we were talking. You're like, when you walk in, those people are expecting you to be what
they want you to be, you know, to nail that character.
They're expecting you to, because they also don't want to keep looking.
Say that again. People don't understand that actors and actors don't understand that when you walk into an audition room, the casting director is hoping that you are exactly what they're looking for. You think the casting directors out there, they're like, oh my goodness, there's another one. No, they are.
Is a flashlight on purpose?
Are you flashing us?
Flashing us.
You know, they're hoping that, you know, you're exactly what they're looking for. So it's not the other way around, whereby, you know, they're out to nail you to the cross. Or
so once you just get that in your head, you go in there with confidence.
That's a point, actually.
So it's hard to get to that point where you go in there not seeking validation. But once you get there, I think I'm also in a journey to getting there, because I have times when I'm like, damn, I just hope they see this and they like it. You know, but then he was, because, you know, sometimes you need that kind of motivation. So I was watching some of his videos, and he was just talking about when you get to the point where you're confident in what you've done, just like Kobe said, I'm never scared with every match that I play, because win or lose, I know I did the absolute best to prepare for that.
Self-awareness.
Yeah, so he's aware I did my absolute best. So win or lose, I'm not worried. I did my best. Because I think when you know you didn't do your best, that's when fear attacks you a lot. So yeah, man, I don't know. Speaking about just finding yourself, knowing who you are. Okay, let me start with like, when do you think you became like aware of who exactly you are as a person in life? Or if you haven't, I don't know if you have, but I'm assuming you have.
I have. Like right now, I'm on a hero's journey. I'm learning more about, you know, who I'm becoming and all that. I think it's probably during COVID.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think COVID, COVID did a lot mentally, hey?
True.
Getting to sit down with yourself a lot, you know, getting all that free time, you ask yourself questions, you know, like, okay, but who am I? Like, what am I? What do I love? You know, yeah, all those questions. Then, that's when I realized, oh, you know what? And you know what's crazy about purpose?
Yeah.
You don't know that you're already. People think you find purpose on earth. You're born with it, K. That's one thing that I realized yesterday when I was just thinking about it.
Actually,
Yeah. When you start thinking about everything, let's say from primary or preschool, all your actions, all the activities, every small detail thing that you decided to do, all those activities that you decided to do, somewhere or the other they align with what you're doing today. Because I thought about it, I was like, oh, in high school I did this and this and this and that. My mom did this and this and this and that. And I look at what I'm doing now. I'm like, now I'm in the industry. I'm like, so what I was doing back then I didn't understand, but it's starting to make sense now. Yeah, so it starts aligning, but you know, dude, we're not conscious enough to see it.
That's nice that you mentioned that.
Yeah,
I'm
think
thinking
about it.
How I decided to be an actor.
How did you start?
I think around 14, 15.
14
years, 15. But that wasn't like the final, I'm doing it.
When I was playing Zweepy.
That was discovery for me that I love it. Oh, play what?
You know Zweepy, when you gamble with the
coins? Oh, yeah. I
didn't know what I was doing with life, dog. Hey, you knew already.
No, I didn't know. Hear me out properly.
Okay.
That's when I got the experience to actually realize I like this. So what happened was, I'm going to try and make it quick.
Okay.
What happened was there was this crew, like you see what these guys have, like their cameras and everything.
Okay.
So they were like, they came to our school, I think they talked to the school and everything. They wanted to shoot like a project. So they wanted to make like a bullying short story and whatever. Okay. So they said whoever is willing to just come to do this project with them can come. Nobody went. I promise you, in my year, whatever, there was only less than 4 people older than me or my age that went there.
Shit.
Everybody else was younger because it wasn't cool. It wasn't cool. So I went there and we shot it. And I'm sure that they still probably have a footage at the school. So I went there, we shot it. Oh man, I enjoyed it. And I played the bully.
You played the bully?
Yeah, I played the bully. I went there, I enjoyed it. It was fun, man. Like I enjoyed everything, every single part of it. And from there onwards, I remember I just kept saying to my friends, because the idea was already there in my mind, but it was a fictional idea. Like, imagine if I was an actor. You get what I'm saying?
Wow.
So after this experience, I'm sure I bored my friends with me saying I want to be an actor. But at that point, I would say, I can be a lawyer and act as well, because I wanted to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
I can be a lawyer and act as well.
Why were you saying that I can be a lawyer? Did you?
Lawyer was safety.
Safety,
yeah.
Oof. Do you think you can have more than one purpose?
You can actually, because even I, as much as I want to be an actor, at some point I told you I want to do sociology as like a.
I think that's called scaffolding. I think, yeah.
But right now it's no longer scaffolding.
Yeah, back then,
but
you were young. You were young.
Yeah.
You know,
back then it was like, scaffolding is actually good. We've talked about scaffolding at some point. Yeah,
really?
We've talked about it.
Okay.
When we were having, I think I was telling you about some podcast, and after like we had some discussion or whatever, and we were talking about how scaffolding usually people, it's like a thing of, there's something you're doing.
Yeah, you define it. You define it with a lawyer.
You're scared that hey, this thing
a plan B
may not work. So let me do something on the side in case this happens. And even after doing the plan B, you're like, what if A and B fails? Let me have a C. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
scaffolding.
So
true. So for me, being a lawyer was that I wanted to be a lawyer, but also I thought I had the skills to do it. Not just I wanted to do it. I thought I had the skills to do it. Most of my high school teacher probably think I'm doing law and all that, but it wasn't.
You haven't told them. No one has told them.
Yeah, not that many of them. Unless, not that many of them know what I'm doing.
Do you know how I deal with the whole concept? How I destroy scaffolding?
Yeah, how do you do it?
I always remind myself that you are the first time you have happened.
You have happened.
Yeah. So that, dude, you're breaking so many generational,
curses and stuff.
Lack of opportunity, not even curses. What curses did you guys have?
not okay. It's not a spiritual curse, like a da 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 hubra hubra.
I've never
it's
understood
just,
that.
I think for me, generational curse is just like nobody's ever done this in our family.
I think it's lack of opportunity.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, what people
That's what causes it.
Yeah, I was like, what people call generational. I'm not gonna claim that no, we have generational curses.
No, for me, a curse is not like a abracadabra stuff.
Yeah, I was like, nah, there's no generational curses in my family. It's generational lack of opportunity.
Yeah, true.
I believe that if my grandfather was given that opportunity,
He would have done it.
He would have done more than he was.
Jim Carrey said it.
You look at
He said
that.
his father could have been the best comedian
You
ever.
see what I mean? But it's just all that, Doc. Do you think you're walking within your purpose?
I think I am, but I'm slowly finding exactly where I have to be because,
Okay.
like you say, the hero's journey. I think I'm in the right path, but
that's beautiful.
I constantly find myself questioning a lot of things.
Yeah.
About my life, my lifestyle, where I'm going, who I want to be. Even as an actor, what kind of actor
Do you want to
do
be?
I want to be? Even as a person, what kind of person do I want to be? I already know what kind of person I want to be when it comes to as a father. You know
As
me.
a father, wow.
You know me.
Damn.
Whenever that is, whether it's in my 30s or my 40s or it happens next year or in 20 years, you know, I want it to happen when I'm ready. But I'm just saying, whenever that would have happened, I know what kind of father I am. But I'm constantly asking myself, like, what kind of person do I want to be? The things that I'm doing now, are they in line with who I want to be? Are they, you see, I'm going to reference music, we're just fighting my reference to it.
No. It's
There's
art.
a song that says, I don't know if I meet whatever the person I want to be with in the places that I spend around my time in.
Ooh.
So it's also those things like, okay, the person that I want, let me think of who I am first.
Yeah.
Does that align with who I want?
What would we be doing?
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You want to be a doctor, but you're studying journalism?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's a thing of like, the things that I'm doing, are they leading to that? How do you...
I want to cook you up in terms of that, Nick.
Yeah.
Because I know, dog, you're my boy, we talk, and you've been telling me about, all this, the background stuff. And give me a second, I want to get into it. I want
So
you to
my phone
listen
is
to me
vibrating
carefully,
and stuff.
Nick.
Yeah.
Because this one is like for you.
Okay.
I think that success is very predictable.
Uh-huh.
And you are exactly where you're supposed to be. Let me tell you something. I read that the success or failure of a product affects the reputation of its creator.
Okay, yeah.
If Apple gives you a phone right now,
Yeah.
and the phone comes through and it's overheating and it shuts down automatically, you think it affects you more. It doesn't, because it's not your image to maintain or protect.
True.
It affects Apple. When you bought your phone, it came with a user guide, right? The little booklet that you don't read.
Yeah,
You just skip a few
everybody
pages,
throws it
like you throw it aside.
I only read it for TVs.
It's filled with privileges.
Yeah.
Beautiful privileges. It's filled with instructions. It's filled with a warranty and a guarantee.
Yeah.
Who's your
So
creator?
Can you fix your mic?
Good? Perfect. Who's your creator?
There's something that's heating. Is hearing a hit.
Are you hearing a hit? Is it the chain?
No, I think it's heating your neck. from
Oh,
what I'm
okay,
seeing.
okay.
How are you doing this?
There's no other way.
Yeah.
Who's your creator?
God.
God.
Yeah.
Your failure, who's it going to affect?
Where you going with this? Let me hear.
Okay,
Yeah.
your success is in God's interest.
Okay, I see what you
Do you hear what I'm saying? The success or failure of a product affects the reputation of its creator.
So would God ruin
You-
his reputation?
You failing would damage God's reputation, meaning God would never want you to fail.
Yeah, you would
Exactly.
never. I see where you go.
That little menu thing that I was telling you to read when you buy your phone, that's your Bible.
Bible. Oh, 100%.
We tend to go run into the world for
Beautiful
answers.
analogy, brother.
Yeah, that one is for you. I want you to know that I know, dog, like, we get the rejection and it's too much. Dog,
Yeah.
hang around that barbershop long enough, you're going to get
You
that
get a
haircut.
yeah.
Trust me,
Hang
dog.
around the bar, you get
Yep,
drunk.
yep.
True.
Your time is going to come.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
and I think it's good because I've already started doing certain stuff. I just think I got there earlier than you.
Yeah.
You're on your way there.
Yeah, true, 100%.
When I look at you, that's what I think all the time. Like, I know sometimes Kay might feel demotivated or feel like, it's taking
Actually,
time.
in a funny way, me seeing you do more work than I've ever done, it's actually motivational than like me feeling bad. Because I go, if the people, I've told you this before.
Yeah, you told me like, Kay was like, God is in the street.
Yeah, if God is in the street. Because
Yeah.
if all your friends,
Yeah.
are in the same position as you,
True.
nobody's moving forward.
Wrong
Need to
circle.
question really your circle.
Wrong
So if
circle.
at least if somebody's moving, somebody's doing something,
Yeah.
it's always a sign of like, okay, God is in the room. God is in the
Yeah.
neighborhood, you know? It's just a moment of, it's just a thing of a moment or a time
True,
or whatever,
true,
but God is
true.
in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
Because if all my friends are not doing anything successful,
That's concerning, dog. That's very concerning.
very concerning. So
Yeah.
I'm sure I've told you this
Yeah,
before.
you have. Just, and
But I
always
hear you.
remember, dog,
I
you
hear
know, you're in a rush. God is not.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with my dreams too. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, but God, this year I wanted this and this and
Yeah,
this.
true,
Dog,
100%.
didn't they tell you, Antoine, relax.
Relax.
God it doesn't exist in time. You have to relax. Yeah, your dreams are coming, dog. Even the Bible tells you, Jeremiah 29 verse 11,
100%.
lets you know, dog.
100%.
So
I think
dwell
the
on the
thing with
word of
time as
God.
well, when I think about it, God has proper timing.
Yep.
Because there are moments where I wanted certain things and I didn't get them. And then I have those things now. And I go, yeah, for sure you've got. Everything good?
Okay.
I
For
go,
sure.
For sure, if I'd gotten this thing
I should have
earlier,
ruined it.
I would have ruined it.
Character.
Character.
Yeah.
So that 1 month delay, 1 year delay, 1 week delay, 5-year delay is really
Yeah.
because imagine if
It's character building, that one.
imagine if you got your first booking the first year you decided you want to act, you're probably not going to represent yourself well
Yeah,
on the
true.
set.
True.
You needed the character building, you needed
Yep.
this. I worked before I came to school. And that guy I worked for, I appreciate him 100%. A good, like, you know, he really helped me because I never had to look for work and everything. I worked directly from school, like a couple weeks or months I had that job. Appreciate him 100%. But I'm not trying to, if you ever watch this, I'm not
Listen to
saying
this.
anything,
Listen to this.
you know, I'm not saying anything bad about you if you ever watch this, boss. How you doing? But I'm just saying, his personality made me realize, oh damn, I really need to do what I want. I really need to.
You need to own your own stuff.
Because it's a thing of like, yes, he has his way of running our music up there. I think you can call her now. She's
Babe.
Like,
I can't answer my girlfriend back.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm scared.
that's so shy.
Yeah. But you're still saying, like, you learned that, you know,
I
you need to
learned
work
that,
for
you know, I
yourself
need
and
to-
stuff
I
like
need-
that. Is it
That and also
Okay.
that I need to be in this. I'd rather be uncomfortable in a space that I like. Like I'd rather be uncomfortable in this acting industry.
Because you love it, you're
'Cause I love
passionate about
I'm
it.
passionate about it. Then be uncomfortable in a place that I don't even like.
Oof.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
if you're with a person or in a place that you like, it's easy to strive. It's easy to push. But if you already don't like the place you're in, I think we've had conversations, but relationship-wise, where we always go. Sometimes I think if things that you complain, like as a guy, that I wouldn't. Imagine she wants me to do this, she wants me to do that.
Yeah.
If it's a person you love,
Yeah,
would do
you
them,
wouldn't.
You won't complain.
True.
That's the same thing. He made me realize, yeah, this is his business. This is how he runs his business. This is how he speaks to us or whatever. But damn, I'd
He was tired of taking orders.
I'd rather hear this on set.
Yeah, true.
I'd rather
in an
hear
environment
this
that you love.
on set. Yeah.
You know what you just reminded
in
me
a
of?
very funny way, he made me realize. Yeah.
I think pain is bound to joy.
Oh yeah.
You see your pain right now?
Yeah.
It's bound to joy. When you reflect back, you're like, oh my goodness, the pain that I went through, when I think about it right now, it sort of puts you in a place where you're grateful. You're like, okay, this is what this taught me. You know, after going through certain experiences, you're like, you know what, after that experience, dog, nothing can break me. Yeah, that's how pain is bound to joy. After going through what you went through there, ne? Was he a good boss?
Oh, good boss. Good boss.
What
I
was
think
wrong
to
with
me
him
was
then?
just the way he communicated.
Was it the way you communicated?
that was-
He wasn't kind?
Yeah, that was just my thing, communication. But he was a good boss.
You look at that. You see, it wasn't even a healthy working environment. It wasn't all of that.
Okay, I'm not trying to say it wasn't healthy because I'm not trying to paint him as a bad person.
Oh, okay.
But it was just like his communication was not the one that I
I
would
don't know what
favor.
was wrong with this guy. Was he aggressive? What's wrong?
Hey man, I appreciate him so much. I would,
Oh,
I
you
would
wanna-
do-
okay,
But
okay,
like it was
okay.
just the communication, man.
Oh, just the
Yeah,
communication
I
part.
think I would say there was a bit of aggression. You know, I think we always have this same problem, me and you, sometimes.
Hey, remember we worked for the one guy that had the thing
You
that
see
you're
the
talking
thing,
about?
yeah.
No, but that was bad. Guys, we once got
We
a...
once worked for somebody.
Yo, we once...
For someone actually, me and him.
Guys,
But
yo.
I was speaking more on a personal issue.
Yo.
That you,
Yo, guys, that job was horrible, guys. Yo.
I was
you were
talking about
saying,
like
bro.
how that's funny actually.
Hey.
but like how I as a person, and I like to speak back and clarify and argue sometimes. You get me? And like sort of I'm saying, with us, we have that same thing sometimes where you go like, but why are you complicating this? Like, yeah, you get what I'm saying? So it was even worse because this person wants me to say yes, yes. But I'm like, you know my character. So imagine someone wanting me to say yes. You know my character. And I'm not justifying my character at all. The things that I need to work on. But I'm just saying, imagine, why you want to laugh?
Big time. He used to work on them big time.
So I'm just saying, I'm a person who sometimes I just need more explanation and I need clarity. Because I feel like what you're telling me to do, like you need to, what you're accusing me of,
I need
or telling
reason,
me to
bro.
do, I need reasons, I need this and that. So that's what made it harder because I'm sure if I was a yes man, I could have still been there right now. I would have still been there. But because of my character, it was just like a thing of like, you know.
How was your mental health while you were working there?
I was financially good but unhappy.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It brings me to a question.
Stable,
Do you
but
think,
unhappy.
I was even asking MK about it yesterday. I was like, to a certain degree, do you think depression is linked to purpose
It is.
or lack of purpose?
It is. I think a man who hasn't found his place in life is a very depressed and unhappy man.
Yeah.
Because men are happy when they're serving something, when
True,
they're doing
true.
something that speaks to their heart, to their motivation, to their something that's inspirational to them. You know, they're very happy. So when you haven't found that as a man, I promise you, it's hard to be happy and don't know
you're
exactly,
right, you're
and
right.
not be in the path. Sometimes you even know, but you're not in that path. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
gym is, for example, gym. I think gym to a lot of people, men and women, it's a place where you find something to work on.
Oh my goodness, guys, go to the gym.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
find-
good for your mental health.
you know,
Trust me,
You have
go to the
something
gym.
to work on, something to,
Yeah.
you know, to dedicate your time to.
Very true.
You have a mission, you have a purpose. That's what gym is mentally.
Dude, my relationship with the gym always works out.
100%.
Always. You didn't get that.
Oh, wow. I was a bit slow to get that one.
Yeah, you know, but I get your point. I get your point.
Hey,
Then,
yeah.
what do you think about like the self-identity part and purpose?
Self-identity and purpose.
Yeah.
That's also what, I think if you don't
They're
know,
aligned.
it's a line.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know who you are, you can't know what your purpose is. Like, you have to figure, like, if you know that
Yeah.
this is my life, this is who I want to be in life, this is where I want to go. Let me use a simple example.
Okay.
If you know you want to go to Campus Square, you want to end up in Campus Square.
Okay.
This is your purpose. I want to end up in Campus Square. If I come to you, I think I've said this either in one of the episodes, the previous one that we haven't dropped, or whatever.
Okay.
If I come to you then and go, oh, let's go this way, you'll be like, nah, I'm trying to go to Campus
Yeah,
Square.
you know where you want to go.
This is where I'm going.
Yeah.
So when you know who you are, it's easy to find your purpose because you're not going to just follow whatever pops up. You're not
They do
gonna-
that with horses, you know? At
Oh,
horse
yeah.
racing, they put the things on their eyes so that they can focus on
In
their
cartoons,
lane.
they put a carrot in front.
Yeah.
In cartoons, you
Look
see
at that. Yeah, focus on your lane. Yo, it's crazy you say that. I don't know. Do you know Dr. Miles Monroe? I want you to watch him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
Talking about identity and us not knowing our identity, he said something like, we wear other people's names to feel important. Do you get it?
Explain that.
Brands. All the big brands that you wear, those are all names
Oh,
to feel
yeah.
important.
Yeah.
If you pull up here not wearing a brand, usually what do people say? Majority of the time, the biggest
already
opinion,
judged you for
they've
what
already
they've
judged
seen.
you, and people that are judging you are wearing someone's
True,
name
true,
to
true.
find identity in that.
Was it you?
Because
I
we
had the
have
same
lack
conversation with?
of identity.
I feel like I've had this conversation with you.
Really?
But we're talking about phones. When we were like, these days phones are like how people identify each other. If you walk in and you have who was I talking to? And if you, like, right now, if you walk in and you don't have an iPhone, like, people have already had
Or like a perception.
perception
Yeah,
of you already.
yeah.
And we're talking about phones and shoes, like when you walk in a certain place and you don't have the same brand, like a certain kind of brand shoes. But yeah, I'm coming back to you. That's
Yeah. So it's, dude, hey, dog, you have to have a sense of self-identity, especially in a world where, people are constantly evolving. You can't be constantly evolving with the world when the world also dwells on things that, aren't exactly the right things or the most ethical things to do. You have to stay focused, dog.
I hear you.
Yeah, read your manual.
I hear you.
Your manual is
Bible.
everything in it.
Bible.
It's got the warranty and the guarantee.
What do you think are the dangers of a man who doesn't know himself, or man with no purpose?
Dog, I don't like being around people that's
Yeah.
self-awareness, right?
Yeah.
I feel like lack of self-awareness, means you're capable of doing anything. You're capable of being convinced to do anything because you don't know who you are.
True.
I could come here and convince you, no, okay, dog, get rid of that. Dude, you don't have a foundation, dog.
True.
What makes a house strong?
Foundation, yeah, and the beams in them. I'm joking there, but foundation.
Yeah, you're quite right. It's the foundation. What's the foundation of a human being?
Oh yeah,
His
your
morals,
personal,
his thoughts, all of that, the heart,
here.
The mind, it's all those things. And I feel like that's what makes up self-awareness. And if you don't have that, for me, you're not anchored enough to be around me.
True.
Because what do I learn from you?
Yeah.
You go wherever the wind
don't know
blows.
who
If
you
the wind
are,
is blowing to the north, you're going to the
So
north.
you're
To
gonna
the
lead me
south,
astray as well,
exactly.
yeah.
Because your circle is
I'm
everything.
also thinking about that. I'm trying to be lenient to the young men out there, because we're also in a space where things are hard. And
Yeah.
Times are tough.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard for some men to figure themselves out when they have to figure certain things out. At the same time. Like for example, it's hard for you to follow your path when it may feel like, to the people you are with, when you decide to follow your path, you're abandoning them, like families and stuff. Because it's think about if you didn't have like brothers, if you were the firstborn, you didn't have brothers or whatever, and you decide, me, I want to act. That's gonna make you think, damn. And I'm also speaking from a little bit of a personal.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm also thinking it could make you think, damn, like now, this thing that I'm gonna do, I know I'm gonna make it, but
Guys,
what's happening?
are you guys okay? You're distracting. We'll add you to the conversation. Don't play with us, Chief. Go on, bro. Yeah.
It makes you go, I know this is gonna work out for me.
Yeah.
I don't need convincing.
Yeah, true.
I've convinced myself hard enough in my head that this is me, and this is what I'm going to do in life.
You need
and,
that.
Against all odds, it's going to happen. But then, in my mind, I'm like, because I'm so passionate about this thing, I'm okay with how long it takes.
Oof.
But
that's beautiful.
that how long it takes is also affecting the people that are looking up to me.
Yeah, that rely on you.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's also affecting your sister, your brother, your whoever.
This is life behind the
dreams.
dreams.
You get what I'm saying? Life behind the dream, because I can be okay with this thing taking me however long it takes. But behind me are people who are looking like, oh, when are you gonna be able to buy me chappies? Give me, and from chappies is gonna go to my brother must plug me with work, because
I don't know about you. Sorry to cut you, but
fine.
you mentioning on how long it takes. I used to hate the question when I told people that I'm an actor. Like, oh great, what are you on? That question.
That's the question that you still have to.
Because I feel like we base our identity on evidence.
On evidence,
yeah. That's how we base our identity.
The Boondock scene, it also speaks for that, but it says the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence.
Oof.
Yeah, I think it's the Boondock scene that speaks.
You guys hear that? Oof,
yeah,
that's powerful. Yeah. So when people ask you, what are you doing? What are you doing? And you don't really have anything to show for it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, it starts at home also. The pressure starts at home most of the time. Yeah.
Because you've told them you want to do this thing. Now they want to see something.
And they're like, okay, dude, you've been doing this for how long? They don't understand the process.
They don't understand the process.
Yeah, they're like, you've been doing this for like, what, 6 months? We haven't seen anything. But they don't know. One job is all it takes to change your life.
But I appreciate my mother in that sense. Sorry to go off topic a bit. I appreciate my mother in that sense because I know she doesn't understand what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, she's not going to be like, you get me? She just supports.
That's beautiful.
She just supports. But yeah, you get what I'm saying?
Mothers and unconditional love, you see?
Yeah.
See what I meant?
100%.
Yeah.
That is why my biggest worry in life is to make sure that my mother doesn't worry.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's mine. To just make sure she doesn't worry. That is just my thing. If I ever get to a point where she doesn't worry, I've achieved my first level of success. And if I get to a point where my family that I'm going to have doesn't worry and I've reached
That
my
freedom
I
also.
think my version of success is shaped by. Sorry, man, I'm gonna go off topic.
No, it's okay, it's
My
okay.
version of success is shaped by somehow my dad did it. I remember
Okay.
talking to my dad one day. Remember, I never spent much time with my dad.
Okay.
Limited times with him. But I remember the last. Is it dead? Oh, yeah, it's dead.
Is it dead? We need the batteries in there.
Where? Oh, so can someone get very
So what happens now? Does he use mine?
No, we're just gonna pause a bit. Pause a bit. No,
Don't. Yeah, don't.
Just take it back.
Yeah.
Awkward moment. Just say they're gonna hear you. They can't hear you. They can't hear you. They're gonna hear you.
So what do you want me to say?
Just awkward.
Yeah, isn't the sensitivity here quite?
From here, if you hear. Oh.
Yeah, if you can hear the cars outside.
Just
Yeah,
an awkward
please take out two.
moment. We're just trying to fix something. We just start switching this up.
I'm so thirsty. God damn.
Damn. I think my lips are dry. Who has lips dry?
I do. Where are the batteries? I think you're supposed to bring them here, still. Are you thinking about your man?
Think about her, man.
She's only thinking, no. I mean, why is she taking them to a man? Kay is right here. It's like, no, baby, you go give him. I don't wanna touch another man. Ah, we see
I'm
you.
not giving him another man.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool. That's sweet. Speaking.
La 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 la. Batini boy. Is it on? It should be on. You put them wrong. Correct. Did you? Kurizani, we need you to come check here real quick. Now, ladies and gentlemen, press pairing there.
So we're just gonna cut this off.
Yeah. Is it dead? When those new batteries that she just brought? Didn't start giving you new batteries. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're an obster.
It stopped. It switched on and then switched off. Can you hear me? Oh, it's good now. Oh, say less.
Those other new ones didn't work.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it's crazy. But they're rechargeable.
They're
You can always
rechargeables. Yeah,
charge
I'm just
them.
shocked at how new batteries. Crazy. K ate the batteries.
I was hungry, guys. I was hungry.
Yeah.
I was hungry. So yeah, something happened. We had to fix that in case you guys see a glitch or whatever in post. But yeah, I was saying, I think my dad shaped my version of success by something that he once said. I didn't spend much time with him, right? But this was one of the last Christmases and one of the few Christmases I spent with him. And I remember he said something like, we were sitting and my dad kind of felt himself. He was like the guy who wants to make jokes and stuff. Always wants to like mock people when he walks in the room.
Life of the party.
Yeah, but he never drank actually.
Oh, nice.
He used to like mock people when he walk in the room, just say something, just be that person.
Yeah.
So he even said this in a prideful way, but I got where he was coming from. He was like, I'm rich. And I looked at him. I'm like, hey man, you're rich. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, You can't even buy me a PS, man. Like, what you mean you rich? What do you mean you're rich? Like, I'm rich. And I was like, what do you mean you're rich? I was like, are you going to school? I said, yes. Which school do you go to? I mentioned. I was like, what school did I go to?
Oof.
And then I said, it's like, when you compare the school you were going to and the school that I went to,
Yeah.
how's the difference there? And I escaped that actually.
Okay.
I feel like you took it out because you saw my lips.
No, mine are dry. What the? Why would I look at your lips? Go on.
He was
bro.
like, look at the school you're going to and the school that I went to. Spot the difference. What is the difference? And I thought about it. I'm like, the difference is a 0 to 100. A 0 to 100. And he said, where do you guys live? Like, our house. Where did I live? They rented his whole life. His parents never had a house. Thought about that. I was like, damn, another point. And he mentioned a lot of things and all these things. And then at the end, he was like, when I say I'm rich, I'm looking at my lifestyle and the lifestyle that I've given you. Huge difference. To me, I've succeeded because I've more than doubled what I had. For you, he left a house. My mom has a house. They built a house together, actually. When they got married, my dad only had a plan, so my mother had a lot to do.
Powerful women.
Yeah.
Women are powerful.
You know what I'm saying? He left a house. He didn't get a house from his parents when he died. They didn't leave anything.
Didn't
You know
inherit
what I'm saying?
anything.
Yeah, so to him, that's a version of success.
Yeah.
Our happiness and the change that he has been able to provide in our lives is his biggest version of success. I'm sure he had his own dreams and stuff. That the things that he would look at himself as well, be like, oh,
Yeah.
I did this for myself, I did that for myself. But his bigger version of success was what he was able to do for us, his kids and his wife and everything. You get what I'm saying? I think even in my own, life now, my version of success is, as much as people, I've talked to somebody who said it's unhealthy, you must consider yourself. I'm like, yeah, it's not like I don't consider myself.
Yeah.
But I'm saying if I'm able to do something to change my mother's lifestyle, to change my family that I'm going to have, if I'm able to, provide and I'm able to do something, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm happy.
Can I tell you what my mom?
Yeah.
Because I had similar thoughts and all
Yeah.
those, and I don't know, dog. I feel like it's also beautiful how our parents, we think our parents are done growing.
Sorry,
Yeah, lock in, bro.
Yeah.
We think our parents are done growing, but we also forget that our parents evolve with time. Like each day of parenting also unlocks something in our parents. Because for the longest time, I used to feel like you, because I was also raised by a single mom. So my mom would tell me, dude, not at the time she'd come with the problems, I don't know what my mom thought I could do, dog. I was like 16 years old and my mom would bring all this serious, oh, yeah, we've got an issue of this and this, we need to work on this and this. Yeah, and now my mom, when I try and worry about, certain things, my mom tells me, be a child. And I'm like, but mom, it's quite difficult because all along you've been telling me, you've already put me in this state where I have to worry, I've grown up too quickly. And it makes me think, most of the time we say comparison is a thief of joy. But to a certain degree, I think comparison gives us perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Think about it. Your father compared his life to yours. And look now, ideas outlive people. It's an idea you've carried on, and you're going to pass it on to your children. Look, that's comparison. It gave you perspective.
Healthy comparison, because he was
Look at
comparing
that.
him to him, basically.
You see?
It's healthy
So to some degree, that's what you're saying. I love that you call it a healthy comparison, but to some degree, comparison really gives us perspective.
It does.
If you think about it properly, you're like, okay, you know what?
It
Let me
does.
not look at it this way. Life is perspective. But that's a beautiful shit, dog. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, man. I
Yeah.
think
Guys, K's dad left a legend, man. This man, guys, this man knows what he wants
That's
with life, guys. Like
That's
this,
funny.
this guy's grounded. He's anchored in his beliefs, in his craft. Like, yeah, dog.
in the spirit of complimenting, if I would say what I've learned from you, I would say you have
Push-ups.
a very
I'm joking.
bloody push-ups. You have a very positive mind, and I think I've already said this now that I'm thinking about it. You have a very positive mind, whereas I have a mindset whereby I'm always having what do you call it, contingencies. in my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you have a very, very positive mind. If we say we're moving from point A to point B, you're like, yep, we're moving point A to point B. I'm like, yeah, in case halfway we are stuck, let's have an alternative route to get you.
Yeah.
That's usually how I do.
Yeah.
But you're very positive and you have a positive mindset and a straight way of thinking to say, okay, if we say we're going to do this, then we don't need
do it.
the contingency. My contingency is not like, let's find something else to do. No, I'm still going to get to where we're going, but I'm finding other ways of getting there. But with you, it's like the way we want to get there is how we're going to get there. And I think this is one of the things, besides your people skills, one of the things that I admire. Yeah, you have people skills.
Oh, wow.
You can talk to people. I struggle with that. I think because I talk too much, it seems like I can, but I know I can't.
That's what I was saying. Success is predictable.
Yeah.
Look at yourself. With the way that you're moving, if you keep on moving the exact way you're moving right now, where do you think you're going to be in the next 2 years?
True, man.
That's what I'm saying. Success is predictable. And always remember who's your creator, dog.
100%.
Yeah, that your failure, Antwana, yo, dog, it damages God's image, dog. So God cannot afford to let you fail.
100%.
Yeah, you should always remember that when you feel like, you know what, I might not make it. Always remember that, okay, dude, God, this is going to damage your 100%. Reputation. Because when you go out there, like, I believe in God, that I'm going to do this with all, you know, with God's strength, I can do anything. Then you go out there and fail. It's not failure.
We're going somewhere.
Yeah, it's not failure. Trust me, it's not failure.
So I think one of my biggest dreams with you is to be on the same set one day.
With you?
Yeah.
Ha.
I told you this last year, actually. I told you this last year. One day to be on
That'll
the
be
same
dope,
set.
though. That'll be dope.
I think it's going to be hard for us to focus.
Yeah, it's really,
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
I was on set with her, yo.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, MK, bro. I was on set with Star, yo.
Star's unprofessional.
Yo.
Nah.
She's professional. No, not like that. It was just
She
jokes.
talks too much.
Yeah, it was
Talks
just
too much.
jokes and jokes
She'll
and
make jokes and,
Yeah.
you know.
But
back
it
and
is
forth.
going to happen. You know, most of the time I think I've seen you know, we've been at the same auditions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a couple of times. I think that's, it's going to happen one day that most
No, I really wanted like to be,
Yeah.
professional set, that a banger.
Yeah,
whatever we're going to be doing there.
We've said it, it's going to happen. Abracadabra.
Speaking of, I think this is going to be like one of our last because I can tell they're looking at me like time.
Okay.
So speaking, I'm joking. I'm joking, but I know my boy. So speaking of like, you know, success in them, I think this is one of the things that I just want to touch on before we wrap up.
Okay.
How do you handle the feeling of, you know, it's imposter syndrome basically, but to just explain it or like
Give me
break
a high
it down.
five. I saw what you did there. Hey, smart
What are you doing?
nigga.
What are you doing?
Okay.
I think it's
Guys, you cooked. That transition was dope. Yeah, that was dope. Okay, sorry.
to some extent. I'm checking it.
Yes,
Come on, give it to me. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. But to some extent, I think just to break it down,
Okay.
I think I read something whereby imposter syndrome comes in a lot of ways. It's number one, you being in a place, you achieved something, or you're in a place where you're supposed to be there, but you don't feel like you should be there. You're like, damn,
Yeah.
I feel like this thing could just go away. Like I don't feel like I
Yeah.
deserve this thing, but you
Yeah.
worked hard for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's another perspective of imposter syndrome, which is more like the person that I saw saying it was like sometimes when they compliment people or when they say things or when they do things, they feel like they are being fake.
Yeah.
And it's a thing, the person who was talking to him gave him a very beautiful answer that I thought. He said, it's probably because your whole life you had to fake things and fake actions, fake feelings. So when you finally do them, you stuck with that feeling of that thought of like, am I being me? You know, stuck in your head. You've had to fake being genuine, not because you're a fake person, but because you just had to do that to survive.
Yeah.
You had to fake whatever you were doing to survive. And now it's just become like a part of you that you constantly feel like, okay, am I being me? But the one that I want to speak about that goes to what we're talking about is the thing of like achieving something. Boys, and I've had callbacks where I would walk in the room and I'll see the other guys that are there in callbacks and I'm like, are they sure they added me on this list, you know, on purpose? Like, did they add me on purpose? I'm looking, and I think it really affects probably how you end up performing.
Yeah, true.
You know,
it kills your confidence.
And I'm trying as much as I can to. That's why I was saying I don't look at people, I don't engage that much. I greet and then I focus.
You're there for a reason, though.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Because sometimes you look at the people, you go, damn, am I supposed to be here? Or you achieve, even outside of the acting industry, you achieve something, you get something, you're like, damn, like, what does it feel like? I was supposed to do something else than this.
Yeah.
I don't know. If you ever feel like that, and how do you do it?
It's crazy that you mentioned it. Like, yeah, dog, I think, I hate to admit this, but I actually do suffer, or no, not suffer, but at times I struggle with, the whole, the imposter syndrome thing. Dude, I could get a booking and I'm like, it's probably a mistake. Yeah, like, I don't know lie. Half of the times when I get a booking, okay, you don't know what happens. I'm actually I'm waiting for my agent to say, we're so sorry, it's not you that they want.
Stories of those things.
Yeah, but I get that feeling that, okay, no, you know what? What if I'm on set and they come, they're like, we're so sorry, but no, we made a mistake. But then there's a beautiful, young, amazing actress.
Share with me.
She wrote something on her Instagram stories and she said that you can't pray, you can't ask God for something and be surprised when you get it, or dismiss it when you get it.
True.
You need to know the position you hold in God's eyes. True. Yeah, you can't ask God for your biggest dreams to come true. Then when they finally come true, you doubt them. You can't doubt the blessings you asked for.
True.
So every time, I still struggle with it. Every time I struggle with it, I just, I remind myself. I'm like, nah. I'm supposed to be here. Yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I worked hard. I'm working on my craft every day. Now my work is paying off. Yeah, so every time you struggle with that, just think about it that way. That you prayed about it, Yeah. So
good insight. That's a good insight and statement.
Yeah.
I think we should wrap it up.
It's very unreasonable to think that some things you can get rid of instantly.
True.
It takes time, dog. It takes time. All those feelings of, doubt, losing faith, it's okay. Fall off and get back on.
I'm not going to go too long. I'm just going to give people.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But okay, I'm just saying to, somebody else out there, man, who's like me or worse than me or better than me. There's nobody who's better, actually. I'm just saying it in the context that you feel probably you're worse or you're better than both of us, or, you're in a position where you're doubting yourself, you're not sure about what you're doing. Man, as long as you know who you want to be and you're working towards that, you're in the right space.
Yeah.
If you know who you want to be and you're working towards that, you're in the right space. It does not matter how long it's taking you. It does not matter who says what, because it's your dream at the end of the day. Steve Harvey says there's a reason why it's your dream. No matter how much you describe your dream to people, even an actual dream like the ones you have when you're sleeping, no matter how much you describe your dream to the next person, they'll never visualize it as you dreamt it.
Oof.
So that's the same thing in life, No one will ever visualize your dream how you see it. Come right now and say, I want to be an actor, what? No one is going to see the actor I want to be. No one is seeing me at the Oscars.
Yep.
I'm seeing myself. You get what I'm saying? So it's a thing of just as long as you know what you want to be and you're working towards it, believe in it, pray for it. If you're Christian, I hope you are. Pray for it. If you're Muslim, pray for it. I'm sure everybody prays to somebody. Pray about it, work towards it, and believe, because it's an inside out thing. When you feel it, you act it. That's why they say fake it till you make it, because once you move like it, eventually you become it. So yeah, man, you're in the right space. You're going somewhere. Things are going to work out for you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're talented. You're gifted. I don't know what you want to say.
Like what Kay is saying, the calling wasn't a conference call,
Yeah.
And also, when you walk into these big rooms, don't leave yourself outside.
True.
Remember whose you are. Just always walk with pride. And your pride lies with God. Just always remember that. Just remember whose you are. Just that will take you very far.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, man. That was Healing and Humor. This is quite like a...
The festive is coming up also.
What festive?
Like the holidays are coming up, so we're not going to record for a while.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you guys so much. Yeah, we're going to love you and leave you guys for what, a month?
Yeah, I think we're a month. This episode is going to come somewhere in December.
Yeah, somewhere in December. Yeah, for a month,
another
right?
one before this one.
Yeah, so for probably a month, we'll be back with you guys, probably late Jan or mid-Jan. But thank you so much for the support. Stay safe. Spread love, but just most importantly, be safe and spread positivity.
This December. Drive safely.
And try
have
resting.
One person who drives for you guys when you get drunk, because I know people are gonna enjoy this December. But yeah, man, have fun and enjoy yourself. I don't want to end it with the low energy, so have fun, guys. Enjoy yourselves. do the best you can.
Yeah.
Do whatever. I don't even know what to say. I just want to give you guys energy. I don't want
Yeah.
to end it in a bad note, in a sad
Yep.
note. But yeah, healing and humor. We're healing.
Meets humor.
Shout out. We out.
Thank you for tuning in. Peace out. Subscribe.
Yeah. Subscribe.
Like,
Oh yeah. Comment.
Share.
Roast us.
Comment.
Yeah, I like being roasted.
The crew.
Shout out to Star. Today we have Star behind the camera. We have Kurisani, we have MK.
The
MK
manager.
and Star also going to be running the editing. But on camera, it's Star and Kurisani. Those are the people we have today. Some of the people are not here. You know, it's holidays. People
Yeah,
have
our
gone
crew,
home
our
and
crew
stuff.
members are not
Yeah,
here.
so, but yeah, shout out. You're going to see them in the credits and follow their work. Check out what they do. Amazing stuff.